didn't check my hair, I didn't check the testing, I didn't check nothing. Let's do this. Hello there, Q.u.A.n.IQ here. Guess what? I'm pregnant. Woo, baby. Woo, baby. Woo. I'll stop. I am 15, about to be 16 weeks pregnant, so like 4 months. And it's crazy. You know how they say you find out who your true friends are when you're pregnant, or when you tell them you're pregnant, or something, how the saying goes. That now that I think about it, I should have looked it up. That they're true. It's right. But I'm good. I got my family. I got my best friend still. That's all I need. Bye, everybody else. I don't care. But it's whatever. But look at my little peanut. Look, my little peanut. When it was a peanut. Back when it was a peanut. Back in the day. Now, look at this. Ba-bam. Baby done grew and whatnot. It was like hilarious because he or she or what, I'm not sure what I'm having. I find out next month in my next ultrasound. But little Q.u.A.n.IQ Jr. Did not want to stay still for this dang ultrasound, and then was like doing like black power. I was like, yes, my baby's black. No. I mean, obviously I know my baby's black. I mean, I'm black, but whatever. But it's just been crazy. My morning sickness, which I don't know why they call it morning sickness, because it lasts all day, is just starting to calm down. I feel like I had this period for like a week straight where I couldn't keep anything down. Like I took a sip of water, I was like bleh for like 3 hours in the toilet, and like I took like a bite of anything, I was like bleh for like 2 years in the toilet. Like that whole week I wasn't able to keep anything down. It was ridiculous. But I'm sorta kinda, I'm in my day 3 streak, which I probably jinxed it. I thought I was about to throw up on camera right then and there. My God. I'm on my day 3 streak, which I probably am jinxing it. But at least for the past like 2 days, I did not projectile vomit just everywhere. The other day though, those poor people in Walmart, because woo, I at first I was like tired. My friend was like, you should ride on one of those little scooters, and I'm like, okay. So I'm like riding it, like, and eventually I just didn't feel good, and I was like, I don't feel so good. And thank God I had this bag in my purse for like months now. It came in handy for sure. And I was just dying in the middle of the aisle. I was like, bleh, bleh. I like sort of kind of look up, see people walking by, like, I'm like, oh, sorry, bleh, bleh, like. And then after I was done, I was like, ooh, woo. And this one lady came over like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, just pregnant. She was like, oh my God, I have an extra bag. Do you need a bag? It gets better. Oh my God. I was like, I know, I've been told it gets better. You know, even when you're not pregnant, you're told it gets better, because I guess it gets better. We'll see. But yeah, my ex cut me off, which in hindsight I realize why, but also again stupid, because she was like, how, oh, nothing nobody or nothing can keep us apart. We're gonna be friends forever, blah, whatever. And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I was like dying the one day, like dying at the one guy's house, and I had to call my friend, and she came over and got me and brought me home. And then I called my ex to take me to the hospital, and I like hopped in the shower, I got out, got ready, she was here, we went. I was at the hospital for 6 hours by myself because she was only there for like 10 minutes and then left. And then yeah, and they were like, oh, you're pregnant. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's a thing. And then they were like, because for like that whole week I was having the worst stomach pains ever. Like I had to cry myself to sleep type of stomach pains. Like it was ridiculous. And they were like, the reason why I was having those stomach pains, because you know they gave me an ultrasound, which they have to stick this thing up you for the first couple of weeks of your pregnancy. And and they were like, the reason why you were dying profusely is because your uterus is split in half by coronary or whatever, I don't know, they call it the horn, and on one side was the baby and on the other side I had a cyst. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I guess it's like normal to spot or whatever, but I was like spotting here and there, I was fine. And then the last day that I actually worked was in February, I believe. And it's crazy because I had put in like my 2 weeks or 1 week or whatever, and I was supposed to stop working like a couple days after that. But I was just chilling on Snapchat, on Facebook, sitting down, you know, doing my job here and there. I'm lazy. And all of a sudden I just felt like wet. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm just wet because there's, you know, whatever. And I went to the bathroom and it was just blood pouring out of me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I realize I'm telling this story. I should have gave a warning. Disclaimer. Warning, disclaimer. Too much. But yeah, so of course I naturally was bawling my freaking eyes out because I didn't know what to do. So I called my best friend again. I'm always calling her, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, I'm bleeding. And she's like, call the ambulance, go to the hospital. And I'm like, see, this is why I keep you around. Like, you thinking outside the box, you know, girl. So I like left work, and that was like the last day that I actually worked. And yeah, I went to the hospital. It was a different hospital than I had went to the first time, but yet I was at that hospital for 6 hours again, and by myself again. And freaking all they did was tell me that I had to go back to the hospital again in 72 hours because there were still signs of early pregnancy. I was like, oh, okay. So I called my gyno and I was like, look, I know you guys got something scheduled later on, but I need something scheduled now if y'all could take me. And they were like, yeah, okay, we'll call you back. They never called me back. So like 3 days later, I called again and I was like, yeah, somebody was supposed to call me back. What up with that? and they were like, oh my god, I'm so sorry, let me do this, let me do that, let me call around, we don't have any openings, but let me see what I can do. And then that lady actually called me back. Trooper, MVP right there. And she made an appointment for me for some other people, and I went, and they said the baby was fine. Is that when I got this ultrasound? I don't think so. But yeah, they said the baby was fine, and I was like, oh, okay. And then there was another time where I thought I lost the baby because I was bleeding like a lot. Like that was the week that I was dying. So I slept. All I did was drink water, eat ice, die, and sleep because woo. So I was sleeping. I woke up and I'm just chilling, walking around. I go into my friend's kitchen and I feel just something on my leg. I go to the bathroom. I'm just bleeding profusely. I'm like, oh, okay. And something like came out of me, which sounds disgusting. I know it is, but like I don't know what it was. I don't. So I called my friend up. I'm like, look at this. Is that the baby? And they were like, oh, I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I'll poke it. So I poked it with the straw and it just like opened up like a flower. And I was like, I'll tell my doctor. I mean, I don't know what it is, but we'll see. And then it turns out I didn't lose the baby again. But they said that I could, because of the way my uterus was, that I could bleed throughout like the whole pregnancy. And I'm like, great, because I was already still getting cramps. I was still bleeding. And I'm like, the whole point of being knocked up is that you don't have to worry about getting your period. But I was still going through the stages. So there's that. And then I stopped taking my depression medication because they said everybody was telling me to continue to take it, yet they were saying they weren't sure if it can cause any birth defects. Once you say you're not sure, I'm not taking it. Like, what are you talking about? Are you dumb? Like, whatever. And then, yeah. So I've been like super depressed, but ignoring that. The other day, like I'm not even sure if it's because I'm depressed or it's the hormones or what, but the other day I can like drink juice sometimes, so I stuck to only water, and water's not like quenching my thirst. It's not doing anything. I'm drinking it and I'm still thirsty, and I feel like I need, something else to drink. So I was just sitting there looking at my plate of food, trying not to cry, and my friend looks over at me. She's like, what's up with that face? And I start crying, and she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I don't want to drink water. And she's like, calm down, there's juice on the way, just drink the juice and relax. I'm like, okay. Tears running down my face, like, it's water. Calm down. I have another friend who cut me off, which I feel like it's because she was putting her lesbian vibes out there. And then I just told her, like, hey, I'm pregnant, so she can feed me. Yeah. Which is why I told my ex, so she can feed me. And they both cut me off. And with my ex, it's crazy because she was like, oh, well, whatever you decide, to keep it or not to keep it, but don't drag me into this. And after we start working together, don't talk to me and all this other stuff. But on my last day of work, she blocked me on everything, by the way. So she contacted my best friend and was like, oh, I heard about what happened at work. If Q.u.A.n.I.Q needs anything, just let her know. Sorry. If she needs anything, just let her know that I'm there for her and she can come to me about anything. My friend cursed her out. Like, what are you talking about? Like, 2 seconds ago, you just said, don't ask you for anything. Don't involve you in this. Stop talking to you. And then you're there for me. Boy, bye. Bye, Felicia. Like, what are you talking about? Like, for real. I'm, like, excited to have, like, a mini me. Although I feel like my baby daddy is a piece of sugar honey iced tea, if you know what I'm saying. And I hear when you like hate the guy or whatever, that's when they most likely will look like them. And I'm just fingers crossed praying to dear Lord Jesus that since my family genes are very strong, like we all sort of kind of look alike. It's crazy. And I'm just hand on Bible. No, that's when you're telling the truth. I don't know, hoping, wishing on stars, everything that this baby looks like me. Like, it's crazy. Even if looks like him is my baby, I don't care. Like, my little chocolate drop, you know, my little baby, I was gonna say, I was about to start saying Reese's Puff, peanut butter chocolate flavor. But like, I thought that was crazy. But now that I'm thinking about it, my little Reese's Puff. Yeah. Because he's Hispanic. And I'm black. So, you know. But, that was it. It was just a little quick update. Like, comment, subscribe. Ha, said it. Got 'em. And until next time, bye.